Good morning everyone and welcome to Sharekhan's pre-market action. First we'll have a look at the global markets. Yesterday we saw the US markets closing on a positive note, although the tensions prevailing in Iraq. The S&P was up around 0.1% on the back of the strong manufacturing data which was released in the US yesterday, and also a couple of corporate deals which were announced yesterday which kept the overall sentiments for the investors in the US on a positive note. Friends, we have a policy meeting which is due later this week, and the Fed, which has been taking a watch on the economic situations in the US economy, would take a call on the interest rates and would also decide on the bond buying program. Probably the overall economist predictions is that they would reduce the bond buying program by more $10 billion to bring it down to $35 billion from currently 45. And as far as the overall economy is concerned, yesterday also the International Monetary Fund has released its estimate, which has brought down the overall estimate of the US economy to grow by around 2% in 2014 against the earlier estimate of around 2.8%. Although it has kept the estimate for the year 2015 at 3% for the US economy. Yes, the tensions do prevail as far as the Iraq is concerned, and would put the pressure on the oil prices, but we would still see the markets reacting as to how the overall situations develop going ahead. Back home, yesterday the inflation numbers were announced. The wholesale price index grew by around 6.01%, which is at a 5-month high in the month of May, basically because of the food prices which have gone up to 9.6%. And we have seen this inflation going up basically because more of the food prices, and this kind of a pressure is likely to remain probably because of the overall predictions of the weaker monsoons this year. So it's going to be a challenging part as far as the government is concerned, also the RBI going ahead as what call they would take as far as the interest rates are concerned. Yes, and also the oil prices because of the Iraq tension. So concerns do remain as far as the inflation is concerned going ahead, as far as the food inflation and the oil prices are related to it. Friends, as far as the flows are concerned, yesterday we saw the FIs were negative to the tune of around 194 odd crores in the cash provisional market, and the DIs were negative to the tune of around 448 odd crores in the cash provisional figure. Let's have a look at the overall derivative data going ahead, and let's have a look at how the markets are likely to span going ahead.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. Extending their previous session southward journey, yesterday markets started the session on negative note. And for major part of the day, we have seen that markets continue to trade in a range as bulls were, there was a tug of war between. Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. Extended their previous session southward journey, Indian benchmark indices yesterday started the session on a negative note. And for major part of the day, we have seen that markets continue to trade in a narrow range, as there was a tug of war between the bulls and the bears. And Nifty finally snapped its session with a negligible loss of 0.01%. But for second day in a row, we have observed that long positions were squared up by market players, as around 1.13 lakh shares were reduced in open interest, and Nifty futures price decreased hardly by 80 paisa. On the other hand, cost of carry increased by approximately 86% from 6.66 to 12.43%. And Nifty futures premium increased from 17.90 to 25 points odd levels. On the other hand, PCR remained same, 8.83, but we have seen that put option has added good number of shares in yesterday's trade than call option. In yesterday's trade, put option has added around 8 lakh shares in open interest, whereas call option has added around 7 lakh shares in open interest. India VIX, hardly we have seen it was increased by approximately 100 to 150 basis points from 17.76 to 17.98. In the options activity, we have seen that 7,700 call option has reduced shares in open interest, and a good number of activity was observed in 7,600 call option. But as of now, 8,000 call option stands with highest number of shares in open interest. Approximately 50 lakh contracts are available in 8,000 call option. In the put option side, we have seen that 7,500 has seen a reduction in open interest, and that activity is shifted to now 7,400. And in yesterday's trade, we have seen that around 14% shares were added in 7,400 put option. There are 4 securities in bank period today. One is Dish TV, second is HTL, third is L&T Finance Holding, and fourth is Unity. On the FIs front, there were net buyers of 78 crores in index futures. There were net buyers of 578 crores in index options. There were net sellers of 397 in stock futures, and there were net sellers of 43 crore in stock options. Our 5-day CVM stands at 7615. Our lower range for the market would be 7500 and higher range would be 7700. 7500 might act as a good support on closing basis. In yesterday's trade also we have seen that market hit a low of 7513 and from there it bounced back. So this might act as a good support on closing basis. And Singapore Nifty is down by 17 points at 7541. So we may see marginal flattish to negative start in Nifty futures today. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Let's have a look at some of the actionable ideas for today. First and foremost, we recommend to go long on Reliance Communication on the back of news that Anil Ambani promoted Arcom is likely to tie up with Mukesh Ambani's Reliance Jio for a pan-India intra-circle agreement scaling the 800 megawatts and 2100 megawatt bands. So we recommend to go long on Arcom. The stop loss of 142, target 149 and 152. Wipro has won a transformational IT applications and infrastructure contract from 7-Eleven, a leading convenience store chain in Australia, to help launch new merchandise categories, improve the efficiency of the existing ones, and initiate the real-time target promotions. So we recommend to go long on Wipro. Stop loss of 525 for target of 552 and 563. From a stock with positive bias for today, Indiabulls Real Estate, Tata Steel, Aditya Birla, Nuvo, Idea, Reliance Capital and Tata Motors, and stock with negative bias, Reliance Industries, Mahindra and Mahindra, State Bank of India and Oriental Bank of Commerce. On the other news update, the IRDA has allowed the insurance companies to hedge their interest risks by participating in interest rate derivatives for a longer tenure. As per the existing norms, the insurers are permitted to enter the forward rate agreements, interest rate swaps, and the exchange traded interest rates futures with a maximum tenure of 1 year. So that tenure is likely to get increased. On the other news, metal and mining conglomerate Sesa Sterlite has stated in its annual report that the company is hoping to start the mining activity in Goa in the second half, that is October 2014 of the current financial year. So that's positive news for Sesa Sterlite. On the other news, UK-based Tesco is chalking out expansion plans. Tesco is in the equal partnership with the Tata Group's Trent and is working on opening 6 to 8 new stores in Maharashtra and Karnataka under the 3 of its formats in this financial year. On the other positive news for Yes Bank is that Yes Bank shareholders have approved all the 12 resolutions that were put to vote at the bank's 10th annual general meeting. Apart from the financials, the resolution on the reappointment of the Rana Kapoor as the MD and CEO, the appointment of the other directors was also put to vote. Department of Economic Affairs, DEA, will shortly come out with a general formula to incentivize the telecom tower firms. Farooqi, who has urged the DEA to approve the accelerated depreciation benefits and also pave the way for concessional loans with longer tenures of 12 to 15 years to help the cash-strapped tower companies meet their capital expenditure requirements. On the other news, the oil ministry could be looking to cap the quantum of the ethanol blending in the petrol at 10%, a move that could potentially end the tips between the supplier sugar industries and the oil companies over the proportion because of technical reasons given by the automobile industries. That's it, friends, from the morning Sharekhan's pre-market update. Thanks and have a nice day today.